Hi friends, hope you are doing fine. Today I'm narrating a summary of Leo Babauta's book Essentials Zen Habits. In this book he describes that we struggle with habit change because we have unrealistic expectations of how things should turn out, how others should behave, and how we ourselves should behave. We are disappointed, frustrated, and sad when our expectations are not met. We overcome our inner resistance to habit change when we turn away from our mind movie and embrace reality. There's a projector in our minds, and it is always playing a movie about how we would like things to be, our ideals about the world, our expectations of how things will turn out, how others should be, and how we should behave. The mind movie is what prevents us from changing our habits. It suggests that changing a habit should be simple and enjoyable. But the reality is that we must step outside of our comfort zone. The childish mind is the part of our mind that complains about how things are. What are the fears, discomfort, craves, pleasures, and comfort, and doesn't want things to be difficult. Gratitude is an excellent antidote to resistance that we can practice every day, even when our childish mind begin to rebel against doing the right habit. Thinking about writing a short journal entry about the reflections to help we remember that what you have learned. Consider habit formation to be a learning process in which you can learn about yourself, your mind, your mindfulness, resistance, and other topics. Gradually, habit becomes your new normal and you can push your comfort zone a little further. You can ask a question: how does the resistance feel? Is it possible to accept what you are resisting right now? Accept the discomfort, relax into it, and be grateful for it. What is the benefit of the discomfort? Have you ever encountered this question, or have you ever asked yourself? When you miss a day or two, you can either feel bad about it and get completely derailed, or you can flow around it and not make it a big deal. Learning to flow around disruptions and just keep going is a key habit skill. Notice and stay with feelings of discomfort and uncertainty. Learn about them. Be intimate with your feelings. When we feel groundless, a sense of not being anchored, uncertain, things not going our way, a sense of loss, our minds don't usually like it. One of the most difficult tasks we can assign to our childish mind is to let go of what is truly desire and accept life as it is, seeing that it is already sufficient. It can be disappointing to give up a habit for which you had such high hopes and worked so hard. But we must remember that we do these habit changes to learn about ourselves. If we making a commitment to yourself isn't working, you can increase your commitment by telling others you are going to develop this new habit. If you miss one day, do everything you can to figure out why you miss and solve the problems so that you don't miss it anymore. When you make a change, others in your life may unconsciously perceive it as a threatening. I have discovered that being a good model for a change is the most effective method of persuasion. If others are willing to accept your changes, simply request that they give you the space to make the changes on your own without their assistance. It is a good idea not to get too attached to the outcome. Have a good intention for the habit, but don't worry too much about how it will turn out because you can't control that. Tell yourself that when you slip and fall is just another lesson that will teach you to be better at getting the change which you have practiced and you want to master it. Mistakes means you are breaking new grounds and exploring something new. If you weren't, you wouldn't have made mistakes. See every mistake as an opportunity to learn something new, something you can improve on, and the feedback that is so important for your critical growth. Most people make the mistake of attempting to quit smoking too soon when they haven't mastered the art of habit formation. I recommend developing new positive habits at least 3 times before attempting to quit. The first step before attempting to quit a habit is to track it for 3 days and try to write down every trigger for that habit. Every habit serves a purpose, otherwise, you wouldn't be doing about it. Write down a positive replacement habit that will meet the same need for each trigger and each need. When you're feeling stressed and anxious, bored, or lonely, simply pause and pay attention to that feeling. Be curious and pay attention to how it feels, where it is in your body, and the quality of the feeling. Get to know it without trying to avoid it. Observe it gently without judging or wishing the feeling did not exist. Kindly treat it as it was your friend. And notice how this feeling is fleeting, how it comes and goes like a cloud. This is the entire meditation. Simply observe with curiosity and kindness, without attachment to the feeling or the need to act on it. Change one trigger at a time when quitting a bad habit. Tell yourself you can do it, that you are strong enough, and that you have got the guts to do it. And be realistic in your expectations that the things will not go as planned, but that these are the learning opportunities. You will make it in the long run because you are worth it. The real question is not whether you will make a mistake, but what will you do if you do. Take mistakes in stride and remember that what really matters isn't whether you will make a mistake for a day or two, but what will you do over weeks, months, and years. How to form a new habit. Choose one new simple habit that you can do once a day. Don't start right away. Make a vow. Make a space. Set a trigger and a reminder. Begin with minimal viable habit. Concentrate on enjoying the habit. Practice mindfulness and watch your mind movie. A daily practice of reflection and journaling, and gradually increase this habit. How to break a bad habit. Don't try to quit until you have made several successful new habit changes. Keep track of your habits. Make a list of your triggers. List your requirements. Create replacement habits. Apply techniques that you have learned. Gradually versus abrupt changes. Learn to recognize urges as they arise. Develop the proper mindset. When you fail, get back on track as soon as possible and don't let it to derail you. If you're interested to watch such inspirational and knowledgeable summaries which can transform your life, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates.